Good morning. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, April 4th today, and it's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. For those of you who are joining me early in the morning for my coffee talks, welcome. I'm going to have my little Life is Good mug today and some delicious coffee in here. I am on to the Three Sisters coffee, and it's kind of special because I'm one of three sisters, so that's kind of fun. Tastes delicious in the morning though. I was not a shameless plug. I am not getting any endorsement from the Three Sisters. It's Kicking Horse coffee, by the way. Anyway, hello, squirrel, right? My name is Paula Haick. I am a conscious channel and a medium and a teacher. And I love to come on every weekday at 9 as best as I can. I think I've missed one from traveling, and that's okay. Life happens. To share a channel teaching with you. And whenever you find this, what channel you find this on, whether you are following me on Facebook, Insta, or YouTube, it's perfect divine timing for you. So, like I usually do, and I want to, they're saying go back and explain what a conscious channel is. It's basically a channel that stays conscious and aware as they're channeling. So I'm not losing recollection of who I am, and I'm understanding what's coming out of my mouth, and I'm aware and present. So there's so many different forms of channeling, and everybody channels. And everybody has this gift and ability. All you have to do is just practice it, like work that muscle. So that's for a later date to chat about. But I was sitting this morning, and we had a snowstorm last night, and it's April 4th, and I'm like, okay, this is it. This is the last kicker up here, I hope, because I just live for spring and summer. I am definitely more of a warmer climate lady living up here in Canada. But it's taken its time today. So it's kind of funny that the word that popped in as to what we're going to speak about today was grace. Yeah, grace. We are going to chat about the law of grace and how grace exists and lives in your life. Hi, Katie. Yes, no, right? I'm glad you have the internet out there. Katie lives a little more north than me and a little more remote than me. So our kids are both off for no bus days, I think. Mine is, but probably could have made it. Anyway, so I'm giving her the grace of sleeping in. And I was giving myself the grace of going, okay, it's kind of beautiful. We can do this. I can wait a little. Yeah, grace. We can do this. We can give ourselves a little bit more grace today and in our lives. So they explained it to me as when we are babies born, after we've chosen to come in to this earth plane to live this life purpose, we are so tiny and vulnerable and most aware that we are source and spirit. And we are so reliant on other people to help us live, survive. And as babies, we give ourselves the most grace because we are open. They say you are open, you are cautious and kind to yourself because you don't know what other way to be. You don't get upset when you're a baby about crying. You just cry because you've learned, hey, someone's going to come over and feed me or change my bum, right? Or I'm feeling a little stuffy or sticky or sleepy. I don't know where sticky came from. But as a baby and a young toddler, a young toddler going into about age 1, we are so filled with grace, wonder, and curiosity, and we don't get upset with ourselves when we have a tantrum or when we feel the need to be vulnerable or needy or ask or receive. we just receive. It's an expectation, right? And it's not until we grow up and we kind of learn to move farther away from that vulnerable state as we were as young children. And we've kind of been conditioned now by the outside environment and by the people who were raising us that most often we fall from grace. We start to have these emotions, learned emotions, by watching and discerning that outside world, that perhaps my actions aren't awesome and I'm going to be really hard on myself. And I'm going to be frustrated with myself. And I'm really going to put myself through the ringer for making a mistake. What happened to grace? What happened to that beautiful knowing soul that came into this world knowing that it's okay to be? That it's okay to self-soothe and coddle and love yourself anyway. So we're going to be reminded today that we came in with grace, and grace can be remembered again as our souls awaken, as we remember to treat ourselves, even though I'm in my 45th year, can I be kind enough to myself when I make a mistake or tried something and wasn't too happy with the outcome? Can I be kind enough to myself to remember to lean into grace and raise myself just like we raised ourselves from baby to here? Or it's a double entendre, raise that vibration, or raising yourself from young into adulthood with grace. Can it come with you? Can you go inside and go, okay, you know what, baby girl, I am so proud of you for trying anyway. I'm going to give you that grace, because we know when we're young that we are a soul, and we know we are connected, and we know that what we do, and we don't judge ourselves and we don't judge others at that very young age. And that has been something that we've been adopted to do. We've been so hard on ourselves. We've been so judgy of others and ourselves that we forgot that the law of grace exists. Can we bring more grace back into our lives? Can we give other people grace? For not to give somebody else grace is to hold grace back to yourself. Right? So when you are feeling like you need to be shameful or hide or scared of the outcome of something that you may have tried and in your eyes failed at, which we know failure is a man-made word because we've had a chat about that. And when you're feeling really hard on yourself for things not coming to fruition as fast as you would like, can you remember to give yourself a little grace like you would a baby? What does the baby need to feel better? Just love. Just love and kindness. You wouldn't say to a 1-year-old, oh, stop crying, pick yourself up. Don't say it to yourself. Say, oh my gosh, look at you. You tried to jump over that puddle. Sorry you skinned your knee, but oh, wasn't that awesome? Maybe we can get rubber boots and try again. That's grace. That's grace. That's loving yourself. That is raising yourself. When we reawaken, I give myself grace on my R's. I used to have speech therapy when I was little because I couldn't say my R's. It's funny. Sometimes when they're in like a sentence back to back, I catch myself. I'll give myself grace for that. That's fine. But when we reawaken, we remember, right? And grace is such a big part of that reawakening. Change the way you talk to yourself. Remember how you are at the soul level. And if you were not expected to know all the things when you were 6 months, and you were not expected to go and do all the things and be responsible for all the things, and you were just praised for existing, you were just praised for trying and being and living and breathing and smiling, and all your parents ever wanted was you to be in that happy state. Can you remember that you allowed so much growth for yourself and gave yourself so much grace during that time? And so did your parents whoever raised you, hopefully. And then you were taught, and that law kind of vanished. So let's bring it back today. Let's bring back in grace in whatever we do. And remember, you can always access anything you want at any time. I remember this morning I went in and I thought, oh my gosh, so many things had to happen to me to rattle and shake and break open my soul, just to crack it open. All the things that have happened up to right here, right now, because that's all we have, because we wake up and we start a new day. And we are given that opportunity to let all the good in, the love, the grace, the kindness, the compassion, the possibilities, and tap into the 5D every single day. It's a blessing and it's a gift. And all we have is today, right here, right now. That's it. So all the things up to this moment has rattled and shaked and cracked your soul. And you are awakened. You are ready. And sometimes we fall back into that 3D. And when we do we have enough grace to raise? And I got that from Matt Kahn, who I saw speak at the Ascension Conference. And he did this, raise your vibration. And I just went, oh my God, that is amazing. And he is right. We need to re-raise ourselves. And take that in the both meanings, right? Raise ourselves and raise ourselves. All right, so let's go in. Close our eyes. We're going to tap into that beautiful 5D, this beautiful transmission that myself and my guides are giving. And we're going to remember that we can choose today to restart, to redo, and live in that 5D space and let it guide us instead of resisting things that are coming to us, for us, of us, and through us. All right, let's give our eyes closed and settle in. Big deep breath. Let's take one more and relax the jaw. Allowing some beautiful source light to pour down through the top of the head, to envelop and engulf every cell of your being in your body, to swirl and dance with the source and light that's already inside of you, to amplify it a little bit more. We call in the frequency of grace as well, to come in and wash over our bodies as we remember to be kind and gentle with ourselves. Because today is only today, and that's all we have. We're going to remember to live it with grace and honor everything that happens. And remember that we are source. We are soul. And we can choose to respond in a different way. Focusing on the heart space. Expanding that beautiful white light of source as you out past the body into this beautiful orb. Growing and noticing today what color it is. What color is that pure liquid grace coming in? Your orb is beautiful and big and around you, and you are at the center. And you are expansive and big, so the surface area of you touches all of your soul. making that beautiful orb as big as you want to reach today. Spreading that love and that grace to others, to the world around you. There is always enough for everyone. Living in this 5D state today and remembering, if we forget, there's grace, we can come back. Breathing in this beautiful kind of aura of grace. I wish you the most beautiful Thursday, the best day, and I will see you tomorrow morning for another channel teaching. I thank you, my guides, and I thank you for joining me. And if you are here on the replay, comment below. And thanks for joining me, Katie. I don't know who else is here. It says two, but thanks for joining me today.